Hello, welcome back. Today I wanted to bring you a video inspired by a friend again, who we're out at the range and we're having fun, and we wanted to compare 3 different 45s, and not for personal carry use, but just all around best bang for your buck, what I think feels best, what I think shoots best. So the 3 brands that we do have, the first one is a Springfield Armory 45 1911. These are all 1911s, not just 45s. We have a Taurus, close up on that for you guys, and the last one that we have is a Para Signature. This one is a little bit shorter, I think a 4.5 inch barrel compared to the 5s on the other one, but it also feels, I mean, this one just feels great in my hands. I'll get started off by saying that. So we can start with the Para Signature since this one feels good in my hand, but it's very smooth, very comfortable. The 45s are all real slim, so they're good for concealed carry, so that's why I would choose any of them, any 45 for concealed carry in 1911 wise. They're slim, they are heavy. If you don't like carrying a heavier gun, they are heavy. They only hold 7 or 8 rounds, but the bullets are huge too, so the whole gun in general is just a big heavy gun. But we just got some Winchester 230 grain ammunition. I got a couple of rounds I'm going to fire out of each gun and let you guys see how they perform, how they shoot. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Para, let you guys check that out. Okay, everyone's safe, everyone's got eyes and ears, my cameraman's good, so nobody worry about that. Although he is going to get hit with most of the rounds that I fire out of these guns. So, but yeah, this gun is, if you've never fired a 1911 or you're cautious about buying a 45, they're actually really fun guns to shoot because the weight of the gun, it makes it a fun gun to shoot. And another thing that people would love about concealed carry, if you want to rotate with me here so I can get up on this and show them, is that you have the ability to have the gun loaded, have your hammer back, but also have your safety on. So there is no way, you know, a lot of people complain about having your hammer back on your 1911. If you drop it, the consequences of the gun could go off. But that's what's nice about it. Most, I think all of the Colts, ever since the original 1911, you've always had the ability to be locked, loaded, ready to go with just a flick of the, you know, a flick of the safety. And I don't think, I'm not 100% sure, I'm going to check. Some of them do have universal safeties, or ambidextrous, not universal. That kind of sounded a little weird there for you guys, but we have 2 out of the 3 that do. The Para is only a right-hand shooter, so sorry for you lefties that really like this gun. You're never ever going to get to shoot it, and I don't feel bad. So, because it's not yours, so sorry. But the next gun we have up is the Taurus, and I personally like the look of the Taurus over the other 2 because on the other 2 I don't have an accessory rail. I can't mount a light on these guns. And if I'm not mistaken, we have tritium night sights on these, on the other 2 1911s. Okay, so we got tritium sights on the other 2 1911s, which is nice. The Para is new. It's a newer gun, so it hasn't really been messed with too much. It's a newer one to the collection. So, and just to put this out there, these guns were donated to make the video. These are not mine, just so I can give credit where credit is due. But we'll go ahead and shoot the Taurus a couple times. Like I said, a couple rounds out of each one. And like I said earlier, people are a little bit nervous to buy a 45. They think it's too big of a gun, but the weight on these things, it's not overwhelming. It's just close enough that it's not a burden. I'm a bigger guy. I'm 6 foot, you know, a little over 200 pounds, so it doesn't hurt me to carry a 1911 at all. So we're locked, loaded, ready to go. I'll let a couple out of this one and let you guys see if you guys can judge anything different on them. And also I can say that this is how I know the other one's new, and because my cameraman pointed it out to me before I started shooting these, that the triggers have been adjusted on the Springfield and on the Taurus. So they're a lot lighter than the Para. They're a lot lighter trigger pulls. So I was gonna go ahead and boast that these 2 guns had such a light trigger pull, but now I can't because all the Colt 1911s, or different brands of the 1911s, have adjustable triggers. Where compared to, I mean, let's see if I can pull anything random up here. the gun that you guys see in all my other videos, let me kind of jump off screen to where these things, which I'm really starting to, I love my Glock, don't get me wrong, but and they're very customizable. You can do a lot of stuff to them. You can upgrade your triggers, of course, your slides, your barrels, everything you can think of. To where a 1911 has a lot more parts, a lot more internal parts to it than a Glock does. You know, a Glock has like 6 parts and a bobby pin that makes it work, and it just lasts forever. To where a 1911, I feel like you have to take a little bit more care of these guns. You don't want to beat them up as much as you would your ever run of the day cop gun, as I call them, because every cop you know carries one. Not many other cops carry anything but these. But other than that, these are great guns. They're good guns for anybody. I mean, they're fun to shoot. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot the Springfield, a couple rounds through it, and then I'll give you my final analysis on all these and let you know which one I like the most. So I'll get 2 more out of this one. And for all purposes, the Springfield's been broken the most. It's got the most rounds through it. So the trigger's nice, the action's nice, the slide's nice. But in all honesty, out of all 3 of them, for best bang for your buck, for a para you're looking at about $1,200. For the Taurus, which was this one, you're looking for about $850. And for the Springfield, due to prices up and down, you're anywhere between $800 and $1,200. 1911s are always expensive. If you buy a cheap one, it's not going to be good. If you buy a good one, it's not going to be cheap. That's just how the 1911 whole brand is. So if I would say best bang for your buck, I would go with the Taurus. This is the one that I would go with. It's maybe not as stylish as the other ones. It's all black. You know, you're not looking at anything fancy. But with having the rail to be able to mount a flashlight or a laser, whatever you prefer, and for the lower end, for, you know, being in the $800 price range instead of the $1,200 price range, it's a great gun. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to list them in the comments below. And